Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wholesome Wednesday. Today, we're going to talk about negative bias. That's right. You can go on Google and type negative bias and do tons of research about it. But basically, the way I want to explain is we tend to hold on to negative thoughts, negative emotions, and negative trauma way more than we get to hold on to or experience positive thoughts, positive emotions, and also all the times that people help us. What that means is we're much more likely to remember our childhood as full of trauma of all the ways my mother did this to me, my father did this to me, my brother did this to me. In our past dating relationship, my boyfriend did this to me. In my friendship, my girlfriend did this to me. We have a negative bias in that we hold on to the memories of how other people hurt us. So, is it true that they hurt us? There's some element of truth to that, but there's also a lot more gifts, blessings, things that they did for us, things that they sacrificed for us, things that they put up with us. And so today's blessing is to let go of fear, because fear is the reason we have negative bias in the first place. To let go of control, because we have fear, we want to control everything instead of let go and surrender. And to let go of manipulation to get what we want instead of trusting God's plan or the universal plan, trusting God's judgment and God's timing. I know I'm a queen of that. I'm like, why hasn't this happened already? Okay. And finally, let go of all the traumas and seeing that everything has the good and the bad. And if we can be really, really honest about it, all the good, all the bad come together and they neutralize into a oneness. 抱元守一, hold oneness, hold the Tao, and realize the emptiness. Okay, there's two ways to emptiness. The first path to emptiness is we think nothing, we feel nothing until we get to emptiness. That's a very masculine way of getting rid of feelings, getting rid of thoughts. But the feminine way is to feel everything. Allow every thought, allow every feeling, feel every negative, feel every positive. And when we truly open our hearts to all the positive and all the negative coming together, we actually get infinity. And by infinity, it's the same as emptiness. Emptiness is the same as infinity. So, I'm very blessed to have received a tremendous download from Master Francisco, and I'd like to share this with you. So everybody close your eyes, put one hand on the heart and one hand on the lower abdomen. We're going to focus on our ears for a second. Breathe into the ears. I deeply apologize for all the times I listened and received others with negative distortion. I now realize that the reason I have negative distortion is because of my unhealed fear, control, manipulation, and trauma. I deeply apologize to everyone for not listening and receiving them. I deeply apologize to myself for not listening and not receiving myself. And now let's bring our awareness to our diaphragm. I want you to imagine that there's a vampire living there. And we don't need this vampire anymore. We don't need the negative bias anymore. Because the negative bias isn't true. It was a way that our ancestors relied on for survival. So inhale, breathe into the diaphragm, and exhale. Visualize black smoke coming out of the diaphragm. Yes, we're letting the vampire of negative bias go from our diaphragm. Inhale, breathe into the diaphragm. Breathing Holy Spirit, universal healing energy. And exhale, dark smoke coming out of the diaphragm. One more time. Inhale, God's perfect plan and timing into our diaphragm. Exhale all the blockages that keep us from trusting the universal plan. Unlock the light. Unlock the light. Unlock the light. Imagine that your diaphragm has a secret password. To your source light. The lower three chakras, root, second, and third, has your darkness. And your heart is the bridge. 5, 6, 7 is our connection to our higher self. Open your heart. Open and receive all the dark from the bottom rising into the heart. Receive all the light coming from the crown into the heart. Mixing it together. And now shining this oneness light in the heart into our root second chakra, including the coccyx in the back. Gently lifting all the PTSD in the coccyx. Gently lifting, feeling unsafe in the hips, in the root chakra. Gently lifting the victim. I never get what I want in the second chakra. I am ready to receive the abundance. The source light that is in every individual, every brother, every sister. I am ready to receive the source light inside myself. We're going to repeat this mantra because clearly I need it, so you probably need it too. I am ready to receive the source light in me. I am ready to receive the source light in me. I am ready to receive the source light in me. And the source light in me sees the source light in all. 通体透明, which means whole body light up. All the dark, dense energy evaporate and go back to the source. 通体透明. 通体透明. 通体透明 silently vibrate 通体透明 until we enter emptiness. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Love you so much.